Hello and welcome to Graham's Landing Seafood, Steaks, and Pasta. We are in Murrells Inlet, South Carolina, on the south end of what we call the restaurant row of Murrells Inlet. This is up against the actual inlet itself, situated in such a spot that you can actually see the mouth of the inlet from the exterior seating, which we will be using during this video. That way we get a nice inlet view. As you can see, very little people were utilizing the inside of the building this day. Obvious reasons, there's a great view outside, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. So the inside, not that many seats, but it's acceptable. And they have a small bar in the rear of the restaurant, as you can see right there. Let's go out the back door. This is the back patio. Some seating here that reaches around to the side of the building as well. And as you're looking over your menu and deciding what you want to eat, this is the view you're going to have. This is the inlet. Be nice to own that house right there on the right-hand side. What a view. So during your meal, you'll have this to look at. As we peek over this banister, you can see there's some parking behind the building down there, and they have their own dock. So let's take a journey. Let's go down the back steps and check out this dock and take a moment to just enjoy the view while we're waiting for our meal to be prepared. So during this visit, we ordered a red snapper sandwich and a shrimp po' boy. Those are being cooked up right now as we're enjoying this leisurely stroll in front of the inlet. My plan was, when I came down here, was to go out onto this dock and get some footage of the fish that are extremely active in this area, but the dock's a little skeptical when it comes to its structural integrity. I'm sure it'll float, but I was afraid my foot was going to go through it. But I will be proven wrong, because later in the video you'll see someone actually walks out on there, and then I feel silly for not taking the chance. Either way, on the dock or off, still a great view. You got some marsh and wetlands to the left. We are actually looking northward. And now we're panning to the right, and we're going to look southward as we spin way too fast to the back of Graham's Landing. That is the restaurant right there. And you probably already noticed, but this whole parking landing space behind the restaurant, it's all oyster shells and coquina on the ground. All right, let's go back to our seat and get our meal. Before we jump into the food, they have Ziploc bags hanging on the porch with a penny inside. Now, this is something I've seen a lot. And the claim is, from what I've been told, is that the penny is magnified by the water in the Ziploc bag, and it's shiny, and it scares away bugs, or mosquitoes don't like it, or flies don't like it. I don't quite buy that. Comment down below if you have a more scientific explanation of why a penny in a Ziploc bag full of water deters insects. So the first item that we ordered was the snapper sandwich. Came with some coleslaw, some onion rings. I believe this was about $18. This was the recommended special of the day, if you will. It was a good sandwich. It didn't knock my socks off. When I left the restaurant, my socks were still on my feet, but it was good. I didn't regret getting it. Secondly is the shrimp po' boy, and you can get one of these at any restaurant in Murrells Inlet. This is a staple item. It was good, but the real reason we came to Graham's Landing wasn't necessarily to get a po' boy, a snapper sandwich. It was to enjoy that view of the inlet. I think that is the selling point of this restaurant. All they need to do is get the food good enough, and it ends up being a worthwhile trip. While we enjoyed our meal, there was several boaters, fishermen, kayakers that came by and waved to everyone at Graham's Landing. So it's an enjoyable experience, even if you're just there to get a drink and sit on the porch and enjoy the view. Now here, if we zoom in really closely, you can see the mouth of the inlet where it actually opens up to the Atlantic Ocean. As I said earlier, I went out to this dock and looked at it and went, you know what? I'm not risking it. I'm about to eat some lunch. I don't feel like falling into the inlet. Not today, anyway. Maybe another day. So I chickened out. Label me a chicken. And I went back to the restaurant and sat down. So while I was sitting there, I was curious. And watching this person, I noticed that they almost had a little tumble here. As you can see. Shazam. There's a lot of loose boards on that dock. So if you're visiting Graham's Landing, I would recommend not walking out on that thing unless you're a thrill seeker. This is the side of the building as we have finished our meal and we're walking back to our vehicle. And this is just a shot of part of the inlet that runs alongside of the restaurant. There's no restaurants next to this. It's just more inlet. So this place is very cozy and quaint. It's kind of its own little pocket in Murrells Inlet. I thank all of you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video and get a peek of Graham's Landing. If you've been here, comment down below. Let me know how your experience went. And let me know if you plan on visiting Graham's Landing. Until next time, everybody, stay safe and take it easy.